I do still have to eat today, like every day. And I didn't unbox my box completely this week for my Every Plate. I have 5 meals in here. I got it late Friday. And then between being sick and getting distracted by other things that were a little more important, I didn't unbox it. I did separate the proteins and everything else. So all the proteins are in one place and all the other accoutrements are in this box. But some of this stuff probably shouldn't have been refrigerated. Like onions. Don't need to be refrigerated. Rice also does not need to be refrigerated. So I will actually, in just a minute, I'll switch to the other camera and we'll go through and show everything that they sent for me this week. And then we'll put everything that's not for today's recipe back in the box. But let me get a couple things first that really work well for me in organizing my kits. I don't use any more bags and things than what they send me. And we've talked a little bit about sustainability before on here. My biggest thing is I use one of my cool little bowls. I have the traditional set that a lot of people remember. That's yellow. This is the red bowl, and then there's a blue one. The red bowl is like perfect size to put all the like little tiny things that they give me in it. For like just the little like sauce packets and stuff like that. That seems to work the best for me. It might not work the best for you. You might want to, throw them in a baggie, be like, this is for, all the stuff I need, and like just put it away somewhere. I find that it's nice and easy for this, and I do enjoy that they're not separated by meal. You do have to still figure out what is needed for your meal, but it's not overwhelming in figuring that out, which is really nice. So give me just a moment here, and we'll move the camera over, and we'll unbox everything that's here, and then we'll figure out what's for today's recipe and pull out those items. Let me first get myself a cup of tea, because I still have a bit of a, now it's not a cold anymore, it's like the last day of a cold where you get like that post-nasal drip stuff. So like last night I was laying in bed and I was coughing up a storm because everything was tickling the back of my throat. And finally I was just like, if I keep coughing, I'm just going to stay up and like sleep sitting up in the living room. Like, I don't know what to do about this. And today it hasn't been that bad, but I do have definitely still like a raspiness to my voice that is fine. It's just not ideal. And probably next week, not this week, I will make a pizza. I'm hoping to make it on our indoor grill that we have in our house, because I need to make my own dough for starters. And then I really want to make it on that grill, because it's a really nice feature and we don't use it a lot, because it's just not, it's a lot of work to do just for 2 people. So maybe I'll have some family over or whatnot. But let me go pour myself that cup of tea. I will be right back, I promise. You can't see my teapot from where we are, though I may end up having to move it, but then that defeats the purpose of my tea cabinet. Yes, I have a tea cabinet. It is 2 shelves of tea. There's some coffee stuff in there now too, but mostly tea. Because I have a plethora of it, because I buy it. Like I just bought a bunch that was 50% off at my local grocery store. They were having a sale because they redid their like set of where everything goes. I'm trying to find, we'll use this mug. I like this mug. And then I have a whole bunch of loose leaf teas still. I haven't been using the loose leaves as often, though I was doing that for quite a while, because I have the cool teapot that you can keep things warm on. So you steep your tea and then you press keep warm, and it'll keep it warm for a certain amount of time. There we go. Nice tea there. I'm excited to have my cup of tea because I love tea anyway. So cheers. But let's zoom in on this box and see what's in here. And then we'll take out the items that we need for today. And here is my island, which it's not auto-focusing anymore. So if you have a problem with anything, let me know and we can switch off this camera. It was having a problem where it couldn't focus on items, and partially it's because the granite that we have for our countertop is a little busy. And some cameras have problems with it, like when we had to stop trying to do our deposits for checks, like through our online banking for our phone apps on this countertop because it wasn't picking up on the phone app. But let's see what they sent me and distribute them accordingly. So anything that is going to stay out of the box, I will put in one place, and anything that's staying in the box, I will put right here. And then all these little tiny packets, if it's not staying in the box, I will put it in my nifty little bowl that I have on my shelf, which is nice and easy. And then I know, what it is. So we have paprika, mayo, it definitely stays in. Sriracha doesn't. Beef bouillon doesn't. Let's see. Southwest Spice Blend, chili flakes. Oh man, I have so many chili flakes though. Dijon mustard. Oh, does Dijon mustard have to be? I don't think so because it's in one of these packets. It doesn't say. Oh, I don't have it in this one. Soy sauce, sour cream, and apricot preserves. Ooh, and that sounds fancy. So all those are in there. This little bag, I don't really need anymore, but I'm going to hold on to it because it just had the little packets in it, and it's a really nice size for a lot of things. We got 2 things of white rice because I have 2 different meals that have rice in them this week, so we'll put them in that bowl. I have Israeli couscous. Ooh, that one's going to be good. I think that might be tomorrow's meal. I have some carrots. I have a lot of carrots. Oh, I have more carrots. Oh my, 3 meals had carrots this week? Is this what's happening? 3 meals has carrots. Okay. So I'll have to figure out which. So there's three bags of carrots. This one only has 2 carrots in it. This one has like 6. And the other one has like 4. I might actually need to get out my scale to figure out the weights because they do them by weight. And it says in this recipe in particular, 12 ounces of carrots. So I'll have to figure out which recipe gets which carrots before I go a little overboard. We got the green beans. Those also need to be refrigerated. I have 3 onions. Oh my, 1 large onion, 1 small onion. Is this a baby onion or is this a different kind of onion? It looks just like a baby onion, but I have a feeling that is not the case. Oh, here's another sour cream. Let me put these away on the shelf with the rest of the onions. And we keep our potatoes and onions separate. Actually, I think that's 3 different kinds of onions now that I'm looking at them. We also got more garlic, which, by the way, do not put in the refrigerator. It will go bad. I accidentally have done that. But they sent me a whole head of garlic. I don't really need a whole head of garlic. We have mushrooms. I have cheese. I have, I think this is, what is it, a Persian cucumber, I believe. Tomato paste, which I believe that also doesn't have to be refrigerated. So I'll put that in there. I got a couple of limes and a lemon. I do know those in this, they do that. I have I'm going to call it jalapeno, and it's probably not a jalapeno. And then I have another green pepper. My poor little peppers have a little bit of damage on them, so I'm going to use those like ASAP, like tomorrow. I am home tomorrow, so maybe I'll even make a meal in the middle of the day. We'll find out. It depends on how much work I get done tonight, how that will work out. And then they gave me potatoes. They gave me a bunch of different size potatoes. These are very substantially different. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have 10 potatoes, but they're all like substantially different size potatoes. Okay, let's see what I need for this recipe. So this recipe, I need the cheese. So we're gonna do a cheese, and I need, well, let me put all, oh, I put the onions where my, bowl goes on my shelf. Oops. Wow, that isn't very convenient. That goes back in there. These can go back in here. I do have to figure out which recipe gets what for carrots. So there's 2 that get 12 ounces of carrots, and then 1 that gets 3 ounces. So the little bag must be 3 ounces. These should be, in theory, both the same. So I think I'm gonna do, oh, it doesn't really matter. How much carrots do I want tonight? We'll do the little bag, like it looks littler. It's not, it's the same size, but. And then it says 5 potatoes. These potatoes are substantially different sizes. I think I'm making mashed potatoes with this, so that's okay. We're gonna do 1. Ugh, I don't want them all to be so different in size. 2, 3, 4, 5, I guess. I guess that's right. I don't know. So I'm gonna put these right here for just a second while I put these away and pull out. I have to pull out the chicken breasts. Oh, I have to put the mushrooms back in too. My goodness. Chicken breasts. Okay. So there's the chicken breasts. It says I need a yellow, oops, sorry guys. Yellow onion, okay, check, yellow onion. Okay, let me zoom back out for a little bit while you guys are on. So I had to figure, oh, mayo, my goodness, why, I'm just all over the place. Let's see what else we need. So it says carrots, check, chicken breast, check, shredded mozzarella, check, Yukon potatoes, check, yellow onion, sour cream for 1, and then 1 beef stock. So where's my little tiny beef stock? There it is. I put it in here. It has a cute little cow on it. Yeah. There we go. And now I can put all these recipes away because they were just helping me figure things out. So I know the first step is going to be wash all my produce. Oh, and preheat my oven. Okay, well, let me preheat the oven, 425. Nothing fancy for cleaning them, just cleaning, 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 cleaning. And thank you everyone that's joining. Greatly appreciate it. I will have cool little emojis and stuff once I get, I think I have to get up to 50 followers before I can have anything really cool like that. But I do have my profile filled out a lot more. The only thing I haven't done is my About Me, and I will get that done. That's one of the things on my list, but there are some things that take a little more priority over this extracurricular project. I do have some people that I consult with, and I have some work for the restaurant that I have to do because I realized our part of our website is just not working the way it's supposed to, and I'm hoping I can accomplish it on my own. And if not, I will be seeking help. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do the potatoes. Which potatoes I'm putting into a pot to boil because they are going to be mashed potatoes. I wish these were more uniform, but if I had done all the uniform ones together, I would have had potatoes that were a ton one night and then potatoes that were like microscopic the next night. So I made sure to do more of an even balance on that. I'm going to move my towel because I keep walking in front of the camera. So I did that. We washed all the produce. Oh, it did say something cool. Really want to go the extra mile with your mashed potatoes. Peel then rinse the potatoes before dicing in step 1. This removes, peel then rinse the potatoes or dicing. This removes excess starch from the veg, making the end result extra fluffy and silky. A splash of heavy cream never hurt either. I don't carry heavy cream in my house. The other things it says I need is sugar, butter, and vegetable oil. I do use olive oil instead. I find, even though the recipe calls for it, I still use it. It doesn't matter, really, except for preference and taste. Let me grab trim, peel, and cut carrots on a diagonal. So we're going to do the carrots first, it looks like, because we're going to put those in the oven. So I will need a sheet tray for that at some point. But right now, let's get them taken care of. I do need a knife. Oh, wow, I have a lot of knives to do for dishes. Yeah, we'll use this one. Okay, so I have to peel them first. Let me grab my peeler, because of course that's one of the few things that I didn't take out. So we'll do that. Make a little pile over here. My dog's at my feet already, and we aren't even close to done with the meal. Today is a very loungy day. I'm just wearing jeans and a t-shirt. I just didn't have the gumption in me today to do that. And I know I'm starting significantly later than I had been. I'm trying to get on a better schedule, but each day is different for me and depends on when I get up, when I can get motivated, all that, for when I'm able to get on. And I'm aiming for 7, but I walked in the door at 7, and I just knew that wasn't, oh, actually, no, I walked in the door at 8 today. I left where I was at 7 to come home, so 7 wasn't going to be a possibility unless you guys want to see me driving in my car, which sorry, folks, that's never going to happen. Or maybe it will, but that's not my cup of tea. For you to watch me while I'm driving. Thank you very much. Though I'm sure there'll be snippets. Jillian has a bunch of cool car mounts and things for her GoPro that she likes to use. So when we go on we go on road trips a couple times a year, just to 8-ish hour road trips. But that's been one of the things, is that she wants to record us vlogging while we're driving. So I'm going to try to make these all a decent thickness for this. And then we'll go from there. And then they should cook evenly. I'm also trying to get away from using that word. That word is not exactly great. I have been forgetting to put in my Instagram posts / Twitter posts where I'm streaming. So if you have found me thank you. If you've been trying to pay attention to me, please follow. That will give you alerts on when I'm live. Also, my Twitter and my Instagram are muffin_lids. And that's the best way to know, because about 5 to 10 minutes before I stream, I will put up a post. This week has actually been pretty good. I did miss once, but it's okay. Okay, it says to put them on a diagonal. Make sure they're thick enough, but not so thick that they are not going to cook in the amount of time that it's going to take to prep and everything else. There's just some pieces that did not shave correctly. Oh, that's fine. Okay. We have 2 more chicken dishes this week. We have a Mongolian beef, I believe, as well. Oh yeah, because I just got my local basket in. So that's Mongolian beef's in. I don't have any chicken from them, but I have a chicken thigh and another chicken dish from Every Plate to do. I feel like that's a very pathetic cut for that. But there's some of these pieces you can't, they're so small, there's no real good way to gauge like how big the piece should be. So I'm just trying to do my best. That's all you can do sometimes is your best. And if it tastes good, then it doesn't matter what it looks like, right? Sorry, I'm also trying to learn how to be a little less abrasive with the knife. Because as of right now, like me clunk, clunk, clunk on the cutting board is not everybody's cup of tea, I can already tell. So I will do better at that. I might end up having to turn off my secondary mic, which is only a secondary mic so that if I lose sound on my primary mic, because it's happened a few times, that you can still hear me. Now I'm going to need a big sheet pan for this, it looks like. I thought I had. I'm also not using a knife that's like my favorite knife. That creates a difference, because if you're not using a utensil that you use all the time, there's like 3 knives that I use all the time. If you're not using that utensil that you use all the time, it's really difficult. I probably don't need, yeah, I actually could be able to get away with a half sheet. Let me get a half sheet pan. Because that's the only thing going in the oven. I don't want to put an entire, hold on. I'm trying to figure out what one will work for this piece of parchment, because I'm putting them on parchment paper, so I don't have to do as much after that. So I don't like having to clean up too much, and parchment paper is a lifesaver. Okay, yeah, all that will be fine, and it'll get a little bit off the parchment, but that's the least of my worries. So it says with that, we're going to do oil, salt, and pepper. So I'll bring you over here for just a minute. We're going to go to the stove. Oh, the light's already on. Oil, salt, pepper. So we're just going to drizzle it with a little bit of oil. Nothing crazy. That reminds me, I have to buy oil. I think I have just enough for this recipe. And then we have to buy some oil. I can always add more oil to this if I need to. Pepper. And salt, which for some reason, some of these like me and some of them do not. And then we're just gonna smoosh them all together. There we go. Just like toss them up. Make sure there's oil on every single little bit. We're going to make some roasted carrots. And this has actually been a really enjoyable way to eat carrots. I did not grow up liking carrots. I would never eat a cooked carrot. Hated cooked carrots. Still not my favorite thing. There are things that I dislike more though. And then I wouldn't eat cooked carrots, but I would eat raw carrots like nobody's business. Like I would eat them all day, every day if I could have. And then I don't know what changed it. I started eating cooked carrots and they weren't horrible. And then now I don't really like raw carrots unless they're like the baby ones, which makes like no sense as to why all of a sudden I switched. But your taste buds do change technically every 7 years. So that could be it. Oh, my dog wants to play with his toys, of course. So we're going to put the carrots in the oven. Oh, that's not quite preheated. Never mind. We won't put them in the oven until it's actually like at the temperature it's supposed to be at, because I find that doesn't work as well. Okay, now we got the potatoes. Wash and blah, blah, blah. Half peel. Nope, we're doing dicing potatoes. Do I want to peel the potatoes? I think we'll do the pro step. I have a little bit of milk, but I don't have any heavy cream, so I'm trying to make it so my dog doesn't eat things off my floor. So yeah, and it says to rinse them because it gets rid of the starch that's on the potato, like more of the starch. I feel like that's, I know that's why you do like rice before you put it into the, either the rice cooker or into the pan, is to get rid of all the like little rogue rice bits that are just like the powder. And we're going to use a smaller pot, which I don't know if I have a smaller pot. It's okay, we'll figure it out. Oh, there's a little, I hate when there's like that one bit of the potato that's like not quite as good as it could be. But it's not a waste of whole potato. And these potatoes are cold because they shouldn't have been in the fridge, and they were, which is also why I'm keeping the carrots out a little bit longer, so they're at least at closer to room temperature when I go to put them into the oven. But I do suspect I will be cooking things a tiny bit longer for the produce portion because I did not follow the directions completely. Or didn't unbox everything that I should have the other day, because then these would be all room temperature and we wouldn't have any cooking problems at all. I had somebody from Barcelona in the chat room last night. That was a lot of fun. And I had someone, I believe, from Germany the other day as well. That was also a ton of fun. We got to decipher American bread and that it was just a bunch of hooey. It's not something that anybody else calls it that I can figure out. Now I'm going to have to Google it and make sure that, I'm not missing some crazy bit of information. Well, they're mostly peeled. I mean, it doesn't have to be 100% peeled, right? Because, yeah, there'll just be a couple little rogue bits of skin. I'm just trying to take off some of these, but it's an awkward size and an awkward shape potato that I'm working with right now. So it's taking me a little bit extra to get that taken care of. Oh, these are so small. I shouldn't have done this. Oh, they're so small. This meal does take, I think it said like 40-ish minutes. So we have a little bit of time here, but that is good because I also have to do the, we're going to be doing the onions and then putting the chicken in and all that, which I think I can do in a regular pan, like just a regular old pan. Oh, you know what I can do? I can do sour cream instead of, or more sour cream instead of heavy cream, because I can do that with my potatoes, because I think I'm already putting in some sour cream, and then I can add some more if I need to kind of give it that little more bit of zest, a little more fullness. Oh, this potato is so tiny. Why did I choose to do this? I was following the chef tip, and now I'm like questioning if I should have followed the chef tip because they're just so small to be peeling. There we go. Much better. Now I can cut these into cubes. So I can get these cooking. I did a couple errands today, but nothing ridiculous. And now I'm here cooking, and then I'm going to do some stuff on the computer and hope that I don't throw my computer out a window, because part of it is Photoshop, and I need to work on that, and I'm not super keen on doing that. I'm trying to decide what to do tomorrow, and then I'm like, oh, I could go do this, and I'm like, I just got over being sick. Do I really want to go expose myself to people that may be sick? Like, I wanted to go to the arcade, and I'm like, oh, maybe I won't go to the arcade because I just got over getting a cold, and I already had the flu this year, and I hadn't had the flu in forever. Let's see, we're going to put these into the salted water. We're going to cook those. It is a bigger pot than I probably would have used for this many potatoes, but my other pot is in the wash, and I don't want to cook it and clean it right now. Oh, I need to fix this potato, this potatoey bit. It just has that ookiness on it. It's fine. Not ookiness. What's it called? It's like the eye went too deep or something. I don't know. I can't really explain it. Oh, I meant to rinse these. Well, let's rinse them now before I get too far, and then I can just pour that out, all that water out. There we go. And then pour more water in. And it says to coat them by about 2 inches, so we'll do that. And get these on the stove, and then we can start cutting and caramelizing our onions. That looks about right. We'll put this on here. do that. I have to remember how much of a power boil that one is. I'm going to put the carrots in here because that's the only thing going in the oven. And now we're going to cut this onion. While the potatoes cook, we're going to do those over. We're going to use, we'll use my bowl rice. Let me get this onion. Do I need the whole onion? Half peel and thinly sliced onion. Okay. I'm just gonna take the outer layer off because it's always so much onion, but it's not enough to be like, oh, we can, only use half of it. But it's enough that if you took one layer off an onion, you'd be okay. As well as the first layer, I find, is always a little awkward because it has the outer skin on. I don't know why this is being difficult. I missed trash day this week, so I'm a little disappointed with that. I meant to take the trash out, and I didn't. Okay, we're having peeling and thinly slicing. So I don't have a mandolin anymore because this would be the perfect time for a mandolin. But I do not have a mandolin because ours got frustrating and we decided that it was not worth trying to figure out what mandolin we wanted. I do have a Crate and Barrel gift card, so I have to see what's actually on clearance there so we can cash in on that because I have like a $200 Crate and Barrel gift card that we got for our wedding celebration, like, I don't even know how much, 6 years ago? Almost, it will be 7 this summer, I think. So I thinly slicing these. I'm like super thinly slicing these. This is actually, I'm doing a pretty good job on this. They're not in rings, but they're sliced. I'll have to zoom in on some of these because I'm actually really proud of myself. This is going to be oh, my eyes now. My eyes were fine. Okay, whew. That's going to make me sneeze. That's great. Oh. Okay. Whew. Heat a drizzle of oil in a pan. We're going to do that. And drizzle, oop, that was a little more than a drizzle of oil. Put it in there. We're going to try to do a picture-in-picture at some point that you guys can see the stove and then see my facial expressions as I am horrified that I did something. We're going to do it a little lower than medium-high because it does say medium-high. And we know my stove runs a little hot, especially on this burner. Once that's heated up, we're going to put the onions in there for a little bit. We're going to sprinkle some sugar in, then we're going to do the beef stock with some water because it reconstitutes it, and then we're going to do just salt and pepper. It says cook until jammy. Hi, how are you today? I'm good. I'm gonna I'll switch over to the other camera if you'd like, if you want to see my face. I am going to be adding things very momentarily to do, I need tablespoon. Where's my tablespoon? There's my tablespoon. I am very well. I am doing well, and I am excited to be back in my kitchen Okay, let's get these onions in here. Oh, that maybe not was, yeah, it may not have been warm enough. Darn it. And I did accidentally leave all this produce in the fridge, and you're not supposed to put certain produce in the fridge. And I did. There we go. I'm going to get my trusty, my trusty tongs. The ones I really like are indisposed. So we got these. It says about 8 to 10 minutes on this step. I have a feeling it's going to be less just because I cut them exceptionally thin. You were supposed to cut them thin, but I think I cut them a little bit more than I should have. Let me zoom in on my close camera. Hi! So you can see me while I do this, because this is going to take a little while. I also have to set some timers, so let me grab my phone so I can set some timers. I'm just separating these out, and I'm going to let them cook, as people say, because I tend to move things around too much, especially in this pan on this burner. So let me grab my phone so I can add in some timers. So the carrots, which I put in first, says 15 to 20 minutes. I'll set it at 15, and we'll check it at 15 because they've been in for a couple minutes, as well as there should be, once the potatoes boil and everything, those should be coming up soon too. Oh, do I even have I don't have the strainer I want, because that's also in the wash. I didn't really plan this well for cooking tonight. Though I am cooking, so I'm going to give myself that. I should be able to tell. It says 8 to 10 minutes for these, but I should be able to tell pretty soon how that goes. My dog is patiently waiting for me, apparently. He's just chilling. Not waiting for me to drop food, amazingly. I don't want these on the edge of the pan because I already saw a couple of my onions went like literally up the edge of the pan, and they got really brown really fast. So I don't want to do that right now. And I am a fan of Bob Ross, Happy Trees, and all that good stuff. Let me have a little bit of my tea. Yep. I want to caramelize these while we're waiting. The potatoes are taking a little longer to get up to boil because I had forgotten to take the produce out of the fridge. I got my kit and I was like, oh, this all needs to go in the fridge like right away. And I didn't separate anything else like I should have. Onion wasn't as chilly. I guess they retain heat differently. Carrots were pretty chilly, but they're smaller. So I don't think they're going to be too dramatically off from where they would be. No, these are starting to look really good already, and they're not even that far done. I'm going to start giving love to more channels. I used to spend a lot of time on YouTube, binging YouTube, and I still am. My primary channel that I used to watch was Simply Nailogical. So I don't, she has decided not to post as often, and I'm so with her on that because I'm just glad I don't have to edit these videos because I would lose my mind. some of these I didn't cut quite as thin, it appears, and that's okay. Just gonna move some of the thicker ones down into the spot that I know runs a little warmer, just because that's where the oil settles in the pan, because my kitchen isn't level, which means my stove's not level. Oh, it smells so good though. Oh, it smells so good. Like just the onions, I don't know what it is about onions just in a pan. Smells so good to me now. And before I'd be like, ugh, onions. I mean, I guess this whole cooking thing is catching up. I don't know how many people are over on Facebook watching. I do live stream it there simultaneously, though we do take those live streams down and edit them to cut out like the stream starting soon and some of the other screens, and we add like a cute little thumbnail of what the meal actually ended up looking like, so everyone has an idea of what their meal should look like at the end. I am going to start doing polls and things on one of my pages. I'm probably going to start on Twitter, though I can do Instagram too. I just don't know how to make a poll on Instagram, or if there is a way to make a poll. I think there's a way to do like yes, no questions, but not a way to do otherwise. Waiting on these until lightly browned and softened. Well, most of them are softened now, not all of them. They're not browned yet though. There are still some rogues that need to soften up. Now they're starting to brown, which is nice. But I don't want to make sure that these, the ones that aren't softened yet, get softened. And I'm trying to break up some of the rings that for some reason didn't separate earlier in the cooking process. There we go. There we go. Still making sure none of them hit the edge, because that is not the kind of browning I want. That browning tends to be a little more rough and more like a burning than a browning. I do have 4 cameras in the kitchen. If you need a different angle, or you find that one angle is distracting or needs to be moved, let me know. I'm still new to this. It's only been, I think it was 2 weeks this past Saturday that I was streaming. So, I mean, I'm still learning. I have never made videos before. I've made one. There is another video I am going to make that will be on my YouTube channel. It won't be here. I'm going to film it proper, I guess you could say, with like a backdrop and all that. That's like the hot new thing, I guess. I don't know. I don't really care how I do it, so long as it's informational for all you. And I know some people find when someone is moving around, it is very distracting to retain the information or to learn the information. So I will be sitting down to do that one. I have to decide what my backdrop is, because I did my first one for my channel on YouTube. I did it as a just at my desk, and I didn't really have a good background yet, because it was my literal first video, and it was like, no, I need to do it. I'm motivated to do it. We're just going to do it now. I put a couple like figurines on the table behind me and made sure that the background wasn't distracting and there wasn't like clutter and things like that, but it wasn't great. It wasn't anything special. Let me see what my timer's at. 7 more minutes. Which means that these onions, there's a couple of these that I might just have to, I don't know what I'm going to do about them. They're just being difficult. And of course I burned one. Great. I mean, enough of them are done that maybe it won't make as big a deal. I don't know. I wish there was a way to like separate them. Like, this is the hot side of the pan, and this is not the hot side of the pan. And I'm letting them cook. So if anybody says, let them cook, I've been letting them cook. I just don't know what these few onions problems is. But I also don't want to burn the rest of them. So I'm like doing this fine line over here. So I'll scoosh all these around so they don't burn themselves. Because let me show you on my stove. Because this is the advantage of this. So all these over here are pretty much done except for like this weird big one that I just cut it wrong. I should have cut that differently. So that one's not like, but then there's like this one. I don't understand what that one's issue is. Because it's cut the same as every other onion in this pan. And these are all nice and stringy looking. And those are not. And I'm trying to leave them alone and they're still not cooking. It's like a rogue onion. The Rogians? I don't know. I sound like a Try Guy now. So let me just see if any more of that. And then if not, I'm just going to follow the next step. And we'll just hope that they like catch up, I guess. We can always pick out onions. It's not like those less brown onions are gonna really affect anything when it's only a few of them. If it was like half and half or something, that's a whole nother story. But I think we're in an okay place where we can really start on the next step, which is we're gonna sprinkle with the sugar. So let me get the sugar out because that's the one thing I didn't get out, of course. So I need a teaspoon of sugar. Teaspoon of sugar. So we're gonna do the teaspoon of sugar. We're gonna do a couple tablespoons of water, and we're gonna do the stock concentrate. So there's that. There's that. There's that. I feel like that did not work the way it was supposed to, but salt and pepper. And then cook until jammy. Jammy is such a weird word. I need some salt and pepper up in here. Where are ya? I mean, it's not going to take that long to be jammy, I don't think. But now I'm like, now it's going to be done before the potatoes are done, I think. Oh, there's that jamminess they want. See this over here? That's what they want. So some of these are not going to be as jammy as others. And may just live on the outside of this whole entire plate. Because there's just some that just don't want to play like nicely with anything. They're just like, nah, we're good. We're fine. We don't want to be. We just want to be rogue onions. Rogue onions? What would that be? Somebody give me a name for rogue onions. And then it says to put them in a bowl, which we'll put them in one of these bowls, I would say. And then we're going to cover it. It says to cover it, so we'll just cover it with another plate. Well, these look better than they did. That one's still questionable, but. And then we're going to be taking this pan and rinsing it out. And then we're going to put the chicken that we're going to dry the chicken off. How long does it take for these potatoes? It says 10 to 15 minutes. So we'll check on them when we check on the carrots. Well, let me take this out before, just some of these didn't, I think they were just sliced slightly thicker, and we may just have to deal with that. Oh, I just got, we're fine, we're fine. Let me turn that off for a second and pull out the last bits of onionness. So we'll put that there, we'll put that on a plate. Okay. Wash out pan. Pat chicken dry with paper towels. Season with salt and pepper. Heat some more oil in this pan. And then cook the chicken. Topping with the caramelized onion and cheese. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, I can't even see. All the steam came up. All the steam came up and hit me in the face. Oh, I may have broken my... That's fine. That's fine. We're gonna get this chicken out of here. Well, now that I've cleared all these things off here, I can use this for my chicken because I did all my produce already. Come on, open chicken. Open chicken. I'm just trying to open my chicken before I was going to get my carrots, but I think my carrots have a different, now we're going to just take those out real quick. Not a big fan of raw things. Just not. Okay. Whew. Yeah, no, I don't like raw things. I just don't. I don't know why. They're just evil. We're gonna do this over that. Oh, there we go. We're gonna check on these, see how roasted they are. Oh, those still need a little bit. So just a couple more minutes. Let me set a timer on that. We're going to do a 5-minute timer. Because that probably is how much those need, just because I put them in and they were cold. So this is heating up. We're going to... Okay, I need to pat dry this chicken, so let me get some paper towels because that is the best way to do that. I'm not gonna use a regular old cloth or anything for that. I'm not putting that in my washing machine. I'd rather just get rid of it. Their paper towels are able to be, used and composted and what have you. Though I should probably get the brown ones at this point, since I'm trying to do a little bit more sustainability, if you haven't heard before. I'm trying. I mean, it's not always possible. My mental health gets in the way more than anything else, I feel. So that is a hot pan. That's gonna sear my meat. Oh, it is. Oh, salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. I didn't really need that much pepper, did I? That was probably a little too much, but it's fine. Okay. We're going to do that one there. And we're going to do this one here. And we're just going to, I just don't want it to, ow. Yep, that was, I don't want it to stick, so I kind of like lift them up and do that. Okay, so, okay, cook through, okay, 5 to 10, 6 minutes each side. Just gonna rinse that off because now I, touched all that chicken with it. Get some more things taken care of out of here. For some reason my colander was weird. I don't know. Let me grab a fork or a spoon, like a little ladly thing, to figure out if my potatoes are done yet. I need like a big potato, like that one. Come on. Let me see. Oops. Not quite. Almost. Probably another, about when the carrots are done, probably. My phone's being, so carrots are done in like 2 minutes. It might be more like 3 to 5 on those. My dog's being cute. Let me clean up some more of my mess that I made today. Amazingly, I'm not using any garlic tonight. That's kind of unheard of for some of these recipes. And I do have quite a bit of it right now, so. So the onions are done. These are done. Let me get my tongs and just check on this chicken. I don't want it to get too crazy. So I'm gonna actually, I turned it down just a little bit because I had it on really hot on my hot burner. And I don't want to overdo that. We'll take the carrots out in just a minute. Let's see, in the last 1 to 2 minutes of cooking, top with caramelized onion and cheese. Cover pan until cheese melts. Okay, cool. Heat pot with drained potatoes over low heat, mash with sour cream, butter, salt, pepper, and a splash of milk or of water or milk. Let me see if my milk should be fine. I have lots of sour cream though. I don't know. I don't use milk enough to really know. Okay, good. I'm like, is this my most recent sour cream? I have like 5 sour creams in there. I pressed cancel. Okay, let me take the carrots out. Those look pretty good. I hope they're... yeah, that's good. I just wanted to make sure. And that means that the potatoes are probably done. So let me turn the potatoes off. And let me, oh, how am I going to attack this? This way. I know you get to watch me drain potatoes. We are so exciting over here. I'm actually going to use my knife to help me finish draining them because I don't want to use the colander because last time I used the colander, something didn't go right, I feel. And then they got all stuck to the colander and it took a while to, there we go, that's good. Let me turn this chicken over though. Because that's going to be too brown soon if I'm not careful. Just wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to stick to the pan. There we go. So we're doing the sour cream, sour cream, butter, which is probably about this much. We're gonna do my masher, because I have a masher. And we're gonna do a little bit extra sour cream because I don't have any milk and I don't know, I don't really want to do water. Oh God, did I just get sour cream everywhere? No, okay, good. So these packets of sour cream are just, while they are delicious, they are a mess. I need a knife for the butter because I don't know where my butter knife went. 2 tablespoons, so that's about this much. Ooh, that's gonna be a lot of butter. A lot of butter. Let's put it on the stove for a minute. So this is what they look like. I'll have to cut them open to see if they're done enough. I did turn the heat down because they are my higher burner. Let me grab a spoon for my sour cream. Because I'm going to do more sour cream instead of milk, which should be fine with the wife because she loves sour cream. And our mashed potatoes particularly. So I'm just going to do that, and then I can add a splash of water if I need to, if I find that there's that extra bit. This is one of my favorite tools. It's so simple and ridiculous, but it makes life a little bit easier. Like, I know it's only used for mashing, but there's so many things you can mash in your life that, you know, and I've made potatoes how many times this past week? That looks good. Let me taste them. They're fine. I feel like it's missing something. Salt and pepper. Is that really it? That's all it's missing? Oh, that might be too much salt. In just a second, I'm going to check the chicken to make sure that is gone okay. That should be good. Let me check the chicken, which I will get a new knife and a little cutting board to put it on so we can see if it's done yet. I don't think it is, but it said when there's like a couple minutes left to put the cheese and the onions back on, and I want to make sure that I'm not overcooking the chicken. Oh, it's probably like the perfect time to do this. I don't know if these are going to be very moist chickens though. And then I need my my baking sheet. Top with caramelized onions. Check. I can handle that. Yep. Top. I know, I'm trying to keep you all on the thing. Being difficult. And then we're gonna, oh, come on, open this. Mozzarella. No, oh God, bad ideas. Bad ideas in my life. Indy, stop being underneath me, buddy. I can't help you if you're like that. Okay. Just gonna do that for like a minute. That was not pleasant. Let's go to the wide, this cam so you guys can see me as I get everything ready. We'll do it on a big plate. So I don't think this needs very long for cooking right now. Nope. Just until the cheese is melted, it said. Huh? Well, I'll start doling between plates the different things that we have to eat tonight. I already rinsed these, so they're no longer like chicken-ified. Don't worry. I'm not contaminating myself with raw chicken. And we'll put the carrots on the plate, and then in just a second, hopefully, the chicken will be done. I need this over there. And this is why I love parchment paper, because this entire meal, like these are from the carrots, and now the pan is almost clean that I basically just have to rinse it, unless there's like an allergy like issue. And if I was making like cookies or something, I could just keep using it over and over again until I didn't need it anymore. I'm trying to make room here, and I don't have room. I don't have room. Let's take this off here. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. Where'd my tongs go? Where'd my tongs go? There we go, all nestled. I just could have used a much smaller plate, but now there's cheese stuck to the bottom of this. Waste of cheese. It's okay. I do know that if I don't do this step, I'm gonna cry later. I mean, I already melted this brush. I might as well put it on another hot pan. I'm pretty sure I wrecked the bristles on one end of this. Should see Jillian popping up any second now to come get dinner. I don't have the scrubby thing that I need up here to help get the rest of this cheese off. But that's okay. I got most of it off, and that's part of what matters, is that I need to do this. There we go. Mostly good, mostly off. I'm not gonna say 100%, it's mostly off. Let's turn off the oven so I don't waste my gas. I don't think I'm gonna be on later tonight because I do have a bunch to do, but I will be on tomorrow, and I might be on twice tomorrow. It really depends on everything, how I do. Sorry, I love sour cream. So I'll keep you in tune. I'm going to try to get all my pages up better so you guys know what's going on. But let me show you this deliciousness in all its glory. Oh, there you go. I mean, I could have used a much smaller plate for this, and I didn't realize that I could do that, but oh, I'm going to get chicken juice all over the floor. That'd be bad. Look, it's chicken with cheese and stuffs and things. And carrots. I don't know what angle is even remotely good for this plate, but there you got it. Chicken with caramelized onions and mozzarella cheese on top. Mashed potatoes with sour cream, more sour cream and some butter, and roasted carrots. Pretty simple meal tonight. Do I hear someone on the stairs? Because they can hand me my little fork and I can try it for y'all. Thank you. I have a knife here for you, so you just need to get out a, oh, I have to cut my chicken. I turned them all off, and I just turned the oven off. Chicken's moist, onions are good, mozzarella makes it great. I mean, a roasted carrot's a roasted carrot. I feel like I went wrong somewhere on those potatoes. I think it's because I needed to add more potatoes in order to make it decent. But they're not horrible. And instead of using water or milk, I used more sour cream. And thank you guys for dropping by. I greatly appreciate it. Just follow me if you haven't followed me yet here on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, subscribe so you get all the notifications. I am on Instagram and Twitter. Those are the best places to find out when I'm streaming. I give usually a heads up like 5-10 minutes beforehand that you can find me. I'm going to try to get on a more predictable schedule as well. And that's Muffin_lives. And then I do have, my YouTube is Upbeat Duck as well. I think that's all of them. Thank you very much for hanging out with me while I cook, because I need to eat. And yeah, thank you. Whack, whack.